Good day, internet folks. Today was a very long day, but I'm not here to talk to any of you today. I'm here to talk to my sister. So let's start over. Good day, Lillian. I hope you're doing well today. About a week ago, I purchased a product, and immediately it reminded me of our childhood. A Kit Kat. Of course, Kit Kat is just a Kit Kat, and I think a little bite of Kit Kat's not harming anybody. So a week ago, I decided to buy a bar of chocolate because I was like, why not? And it was actually on sale, so I went there and bought a $2 Kit Kat bar, and I said, salted caramel? Why not? Immediately after I purchased this item, I started remembering things about a very long time ago when you and I used to get on the train and go on the other side of the town and purchase some interesting chocolates or many other drinks that we actually never told anybody about it. It was quite interesting because I went through a lot of thoughts. I thought, wow, you know what? She was the first person that introduced me to a lot of things. She was the first person that introduced me to Starbucks and said, hey, you should drink these. So I actually owe it to you for a lot of things that I have tasted in my life. For example, a Ritter Sport. I think we did have an album full of all the candy wrappers, and it kind of reminded me that maybe I should start doing it again, or I don't even know what happened to all those albums that we put together, but I'm pretty sure that it's somewhere in the house and perfectly sealed. But for me, it was never about the taste of anything. It was the joy of like having that moment and all the gossips and good conversations that we have throughout the journey to go through another side of the town and purchase something that we could simply purchase from the store closer to our house. But now that you're a chef and you can actually understand the meaning of food, and you have actually dedicated your whole life understanding food and all of that, I do have some dumb questions for you, so feel free to answer anytime through YouTube because I'm actually waiting for you. And of course, I'm going to start with some very bad questions, but here we go. For example, the other day I was going to send you a voice message or send you a text and be like, why do chefs constantly heating the chocolate and then cool it down and then do it again? Like, can you please pick a temperature? Or can I temper chocolate in a microwave, or the chocolate is gonna be disrespected and annoyed by what I've done? Or why does white chocolate gets to call itself a chocolate? And why does chocolate can be ruined by a drop of water? If chocolate tends to seize itself, does it mean that it requires medical attention? And can a chef actually taste the 70% cacao? And what happens to the rest of the 30%? Or is a chocolate fondue is just a socially acceptable form of a chocolate? If I put an actual truffle inside another truffle, does it become more correct? And there are so many questions that I can ask you about chocolate and a lot of other stuff, but I do urge you to answer all the questions that I just asked. Well, Lillian, thank you so much for listening, and I do love your podcast. So feel free to post more and answer my questions. Enjoy your coffee and have a good day.